Okay, so I just saw the Minecraft movie and it was better than I expected, I guess. I mean, I'll get into that. Not right at this second because I want to say like some stuff that was leading up to the movie. Spoiler warning, if you haven't seen the movie and you're watching this video, you will get spoiled. All right, so first of all, let me address that I'm wearing, you can't see my pants, but I'm wearing like brown pants and I'm wearing a green shirt. I was trying to look like a grass block for Minecraft. I don't think that's very clear to anybody who looked at me watching this movie that I'm a grass block, but that's what inspired my outfit. Now, usually I try to wear like a onesie or pajamas or something. I don't really want a Minecraft onesie, so I was trying to get some pajamas. So I go to Walmart, I go to Target, and there's no stores that have pajamas, at least not for men. I saw some freaking Minecraft pajamas in the girls section. I was like, I'm not gonna buy these are for girls. I'm not a girl, right? So then I had to resort to Amazon, and I was like, let me see if I can find something to order. And let me tell you, I am such a big procrastinator because I could have totally ordered some pajamas, but they would have been here either like a couple of days after or the day of the movie, and I wasn't going to risk like them coming to my house right after I see the movie or while I'm at the movies, because that would have been dumb. That would have made me so mad. But so yeah, this is kind of what I had to go with. Next, now actually getting into the movie theater, as I'm sitting down, there's like a group of like maybe like 9 to 11 guys who are like look like they're like 15 to 18, right? And they're all wearing tuxedos, and they're the coolest guys in that theater. I respect them for wearing tuxedos to the Minecraft movie. That's actually so cool. Now getting into the actual movie, I'll say here, I'll give like a rating so that anyone who wants to just know my thoughts without getting spoiled. Here's my rating for the movie. I'd say it's like an 8 out of 10 movie. In not an 8 out of 10 in like oh my gosh, you need to watch this movie because it's good movie, but 8 out of 10 as in like it's really enjoyable and you can kind of just put it on in the background and it's just like fun to look at, I guess. Actually, maybe I'll give it like a 7 if it's because I don't think it's like a critical, like it's not like a movie that really makes you think. It's kind of a movie you put on and you just turn your brain off, I guess. But it was funny. I'll say the movie is funny. I mean, let me get into that. So spoilers, you're gonna get spoiled. So to start off, the Minecraft movie starts with narration from Jack Black. And let me say, Jack Black did really good in this movie. I mean, like he wasn't bringing me to tears or anything, but he was like really funny. He's being Jack Black the entire movie, and it's funny the way he says that. He has even more phrases than the memes, like the whole chicken jockey and the flint and steel thing. Like he says more things in the movie just like that, and it's so funny every time he just speaks. But the movie starts out and he's narrating. He does a little bit of narration in the beginning of the movie and a little bit at the end, but he's like, and I, as a child, I yearned for the mines. And the movie starts really fast. I appreciate that too. Like it just gets right into it. I mean, no. It starts fast, but then it kind of slows down a little bit when it's introducing like the other characters that aren't Jack Black, like Jason Momoa, Emma Myers, Jennifer Coolidge, Sebastian, Eugene Hansen, and Danielle Brooks. And there's a couple of other people in the movie, but those are like the main cast. But yeah, so it starts out and Steve or Jack Black, should I call him Steve or Jack Black? I'm probably gonna interchange them. But he just gets he goes into the mines. He finds a cube that takes him into the mines, and he's just building stuff. Immediately starts he's just building stuff. He's like, wapow, skadoosh, just building stuff, right? And it's cool. It's fun. I like how whimsy, like the movie is very whimsical, I guess, if that's the word. It's very colorful too. And there's some parts where I'm like, this looks kind of odd. And I think it's a lighting thing and how the whole movie's basically them being in a green screen. The effects of the movie do look really good, but there are certain parts, I think if they're not in the overworld, it looks fine. If it's not daytime and they're like the parts where they're like in the nether or near the climax of the movie when it's all dark, like it looks good. Like it looks really good. I don't even think that they're on a green screen, but when it's daytime and they have that lighting that's just always behind them, there are some times where it's like, okay, they're in a green screen. But so yeah, so Minecraft Steve or Jack Black gets captured, and then he sends his dog to like hide the cube or something, and then we get introduced to Jason Momoa's character, which is like, I don't know if it was Jack Black or Jason Momoa who was the best in this movie, because they both did really good. Like Jack Black was funny in the way how he's just like saying things from Minecraft really funny, and he's really enunciating his words, but the writing for Jason Momoa's character was genuinely like really funny. Like his dialogue, his whole attitude. He might be my favorite character in the movie. He was like really good. I will say he was really good. And then after that, we get introduced to the kids, Emma Myers and Sebastian's characters. They're like moving. I guess their mom died. They don't really put like too much emphasis on that, but I guess their mom died, so they're moving, and she works at like some egg factory, I think. And then he's going to school, and right off the bat, they show you that Sebastian's character is like really creative. Like the teacher. There's a part in the movie where he's in class, in art class, and the teacher's having them like draw something. He's like, just draw this orange and this banana. And everybody's drawing it, but he's drawing a banana with a rocket on the back for some reason. And this happens like this is like a thing. Like at first he draws the rocket on the banana, and then the kids are bullying him, and he's like, actually, I can like really build a rocket. And then he goes outside and he builds a rocket, but the bullies like snap a cord on it. So when he flies a rocket, it works for a second, but then it flies into the building that his sister is working in and just like blows it up. And I think she loses her job, or she's in jeopardy of losing it, and she doesn't know it's him until later whenever Danielle Brooks' character, I don't know what she was in the movie. I can't remember. Like, I think she was the person who sold them the house that they're moving into. I'm not sure, but she tells her, and she's like, oh my gosh, she's freaking out. But then later on in the movie, Jason and Sebastian, they find this cube thing, the cube that Steve had in the overworld. So they just go into Minecraft. They follow this cube, and the cube sucks them to support, and all 4 of the characters just go into Minecraft. And then the story just kind of plays out how like the piglins are evil. They want to destroy all creativity. I think it's a good plot. Like, it's very simple, but I get it. It's nothing too deep, but I get it. Like, she wants to destroy creativity, and Minecraft is all about creativity. So, I mean, that works. It's a really simple plot. Hold on, all this talking has got me a little thirsty. Yeah. So the 4 characters, they eventually like building a base. The creative kid who built the rocket is the best one, second best probably, to building stuff. I don't remember if any of the other characters like build anything. I think it's just Steve and him, and then Jason Momoa when he's like messing with the crafting table, but that's about it. But yeah, so they're like building a base, and then they're getting attacked by zombies, and then Steve finally comes in, Jack Black, he saves them, and then he's like, I really need that cube, and then they're like, no, we need you to take us home first. So then they go on their little adventure, and Steve is just with them. Climax in the movie, the piglin overlord lady, whatever, comes to the overworld. She eventually gets the cube from the main characters. She like makes the whole world like dark, and she's like, I'm gonna destroy creativity here. She does not say that. I'm exaggerating, but that's kind of how she comes off. And her backstory is actually really okay. So the reason why the like pig overlord lady is like evil is because she entered a dance competition and nobody liked her dancing. So she was like, forget it. If anyone wants to be creative, they're stupid. Or like, so she's like, forget it. Like, if I can't be creative, nobody can. I'm going to hate creativity forever, and I'm going to destroy creativity, right? So that's her backstory, and it was kind of funny. And in that scene too, I'll get into the Easter eggs in a minute, but like there was an Easter egg where it was playing like some song from I think it's from like Minecraft Dungeons or Minecraft Legends. I recognize it because it's in my Spotify, but it's like, I think it's called Pig Step. They played that song while she was dancing. That was a cool little Easter egg. So yeah, and then they eventually beat the lady. Minecraft Steve has like diamond armor, and he's like fighting her, and there's like a really funny part in the end where she's like, wait, Steve, wait, I'm sorry, let me tell you something. And he's like, you're not gonna stab. And then he's like, you're not gonna stab me, are you? And she's like, no, just come here. And she tries to stab him, but then I was surprised because I was like, I know where this is going. She is gonna stab him, and then the characters are gonna have to step in or something, right? But she doesn't. Minecraft Steve, he just like hits the knife down, and he's like, really? And he walks off, and she's like, no, for real this time. I'm being for real. I'm not gonna stab you again. He comes back. She tries to stab him again, and then he hits it again, and he's like, wow, this is like pathetic. He walks off a 3rd time. She thinks it's she's like, wait, no, come here. I'm being for real this time. And then he's like, no, he just keeps walking off. She's like burning in the sunlight because they brought the sun back or whatever. They hate the sun. But then she like pulls out a 3rd knife, and she tries to throw it, but it like doesn't go anywhere whatsoever. And I just think that's like so funny. Okay, so I guess that's like the whole plot synopsis of the movie. I guess I'll get into like, I'll get into the characters now. So Steve, Jack Black, really good. I think he was funny the entire movie. I thought I was going into the movie, I thought he was gonna be a little more annoying because like the initial casting of like, why the heck is this big fat guy playing Minecraft Steve? Like, if you ever see like some freaking Minecraft Steve fan art, like people draw that dude jacked, right? And it's like, why is Jack Black Minecraft Steve? But I mean, it's not a bad casting, but I mean, I don't really know. Like it's funny. So I'm gonna say the casting was good. I'll leave it at that. It's a funny casting, so it's good. Jason Momoa as Garrett Garbage Man Garrison. He's like some like ex-90s video game tournament winner, and his life has kind of just went downhill ever since he won that tournament. He's really funny in the movie, and he kind of has like, they try to give him some kind of redemption arc near the end of the movie. It's not really an arc. It's really just like a moment. They pretend like they killed him, and there's no real build up to it. So like, I don't really care. and you know he's not really dead. You already know he's gonna come back, and he does. He comes back like 10 minutes later in the movie. Emma Myers' character, I don't remember her name because she's not really that important, I guess. She's just like an overprotective, maybe not even overprotective, just like a really loving sister who's like looking out for her little brother. But I don't know. She was like, her acting was good. I think she was all right. She didn't stand out at all, but like her acting was good. At least she didn't stand out for being bad. Okay, so I had to look it up. Emma Myers' character is named Natalie, yeah, so I had to look it up. Now, Sebastian's character, he played Henry. That was his character's name, and he's kind of like the main character. It's weird, like all of these characters kind of get, except for Danielle Brooks's character. She doesn't really feel like a main character at any point in the movie, but like in the beginning of the movie, it feels like Steve's the main character, and then it goes into Jason Momoa, and it feels like he's gonna be the main character, and then it goes into the siblings, and it's like their little brother is the main character. They all have their kind of moments, but none of them are really good at it. I don't know how to describe it, but Henry is like the character who's like creative, and nobody like really values that, I think. But he does show off a lot of creativity in the movie. He's like cool, I guess. I mean, I think Sebastian did all right as a character. Some of his lines were kind of hard to hear because he has like this lisp thing. I hope that doesn't come off as like too negative. And then Danielle Brooks' character, Dawn, I thought she was going to be funnier. Like the whole movie, she doesn't get enough lines, I don't think. Like in the whole movie, you could feel that she has that same energy that like Jack Black or Jason Momoa have throughout the whole movie. And you feel like she could be really funny, but she just doesn't get that chance to shine, which is really unfortunate. I thought, I was going to the movie and I heard good things about her, and I was thinking like, oh yeah, she's gonna be like really funny. She's gonna bring like that energy, but she didn't get to do it enough. She didn't get to do it enough. Now with Jennifer Coolidge's character, she's kind of like this recurring bit. She's kind of like a Family Guy like cutaway gag where they'll cut back to her every 20 minutes or so, and she's like dating a villager. She's like the principal. She's the principal of Sebastian's character, like the school he's going to. She's the principal. And then so like in the middle of the movie or near the beginning of the movie, a Minecraft villager wanders through the portal that takes him into the Minecraft world. He wanders out into the river, gets hit by Jennifer Coolidge's car. It's really funny. And what's also really funny is that throughout the whole movie, they only use so many sound effects for all of the like mobs and characters, like the wolf, the villagers, the skeletons, and the zombies. They all use like the same 3 sound effects, which I really appreciate. I'm glad they didn't like have voice actors like make new noises for them. They legit only use the noises from the games. And I think I like that. That's pretty charming. It's pretty funny. But yeah, so Jennifer Coolidge is like dating the Minecraft villager, and it's like a Family Guy cutaway gag joke. I think it's funny, especially at the end of the movie. There's like not a post-credit scene, but a mid credit scene, or as soon as the credits start, you see her at the end of the movie, and like the Minecraft villager starts speaking English, and then Jennifer Coolidge starts speaking villager, and it's genuinely a funny bit. Okay, so now with the characters out of the way, I want to get like a couple of Easter eggs out of the way. So first of all the mobs and stuff, they have their like video game noises. They only, like the villagers only go like, ha. They only do that, right? And then there was a part in the beginning of the movie where you see LD Shadow Lady, Dan TDM, and Afmal, and I don't know if there were any others, but you see them in the beginning of the movie. There's like some auction scene, and they're just standing in the background, and I think it's really unfortunate that they didn't get to say anything. If you don't know, the 3 people I just named are Minecraft YouTubers, so it makes sense that they were going to be in this movie. Like you had like the FNAF movie, and they had like Corey and Matt Pat in those movies. Those are like FNAF YouTubers, or they made FNAF popular or whatever. But yeah, so they didn't say anything, and that's really unfortunate because I feel like that really kills the cameo. Like there are probably some people in the theater who know who those people are but didn't notice them in the background if they weren't like really paying attention. And I just feel like if you bring in people who made your property that you're representing popular and you have them in the background, you don't have them say anything, are they even really an Easter egg? I mean, I guess they technically still are, but it's really unfortunate they didn't say anything. I was hoping like Jason Momoa was gonna like bump into one of them, like bump into Dan TDM, and he's like, whoa dude, watch my minecart or something. I don't know. But yeah, so they were kind of in the background. Technoblade had a cameo. They had him represented by a pig. If you don't know, he can't actually be in the movie because he's unalive, but they had his icon, his profile picture is a pig with a crown on it, and they had him represented in the movie by having a pig walk around with a crown on it. They do address him, which I'm glad they at least addressed him. So like Steve is introducing him, or like Jason Momoa asks a question. He says like, what is this guy? Is he special or something? I guess because he's wearing a crown. And then Jack Black is like, no, he's legendary. And that was really nice. All right, now let me say like some standout scenes from the movie. I might not name very many because I did only see the movie one time. Maybe if I saw it a second time, I'd be able to say more, but I know like the first thing that comes to mind is the Enderman scene. I was really looking forward to the Enderman. I was like, are they gonna show the Enderman? They have to. And then they mention it. They're like, oh yeah, we have to go to the Woodland Mansion to get this one piece. And then he was like, on the 3rd floor, there's an Enderman. I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna see an Enderman. I'm like, he's gotta look cool, right? He does. The Enderman definitely delivers in this movie. So there's a scene where Sebastian's character has to go to the 3rd floor, as I just mentioned, and retrieve this thing, but there's an Enderman up there, and he opens the chest, he grabs the thing, and he just feels like, you feel the presence of the Enderman. You can kind of see it like walking in the frame, but it's blurred out, and it's like the most tense scene. I didn't think there'd be any tense scenes in the movie, but it was like a little low key tense, right? So then the Enderman teleports behind him, and Sebastian, even though he was told not to look him in the eyes, looks up at him, looks him in the eyes, and then like, let me say the sound design of the Enderman like teleporting, you could feel it in the theater. You could like the whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know if that was a good representation of how he sounds, but you could feel it, right? And it was kind of tense. I think I remember it being like, it was silent. All you could hear was him teleporting. And yeah, so Sebastian's character looks him in the eyes and he starts like hallucinating. I don't know if there's like any lore behind this, but he starts hallucinating once he starts looking into the Enderman's eyes. And it was kind of like, it was cool and it was trippy, and it was like low-key scary. Like, I wish I could watch that scene again. Another standout scene is like the final fight of the movie, because they're like, there's a montage of them like building stuff and getting ready for this final fight, and I think it's cool. Like, that part of the movie is definitely cool. And then I really hope, because they do some original things in this movie that are definitely not in Minecraft, and I hope they bring some of this stuff to Minecraft. Like, so they build a bunch of iron golems. Like, this is Sebastian's character's playing. He's like, we're gonna build a bunch of iron golems. They're gonna fight for us. And then he combines an iron golem with like swift, I think it's called like the feat of swiftness or something, whatever, for Minecraft that makes you faster. He combines it with the iron golem, and then it gives the iron golem like shoes with wings on it, and it makes them like jump really high, and it makes them faster. And I'm like, dude, put that in Minecraft, because that's really fire. Some other standout scenes were like Jack Black had not 2 songs, more like 2 jingles in the movie. Like, once whenever he's cooking chicken and lava, his little jingle there, that was pretty funny. And then at the end of the movie when he's singing his dog goodbye, that was funny too. And I guess that's all I wish I could remember more. I know for sure there's more standout scenes, but if I even do remember them, I'm gonna tell whatever joke I'm trying to tell like badly. So I'm not even gonna try. But I will get into the last thing, which is the post-credit scene. There is a post-credit scene way after the credits. And I was hoping, I'm like, it's one of 2 things. It's either the Ender Dragon or it's Alex. And I'm like, I really want it to be the Ender Dragon. Like, because they're definitely gonna have enough money to make a sequel. Like, it's gonna make enough money, right? But it was Alex. I thought that was entertaining. They showed her like Steve's character is going back to his old house whenever he lived in the real world, but he doesn't live there anymore. Alex lives there. She opens the door. He's like, who are you? And she's like, I'm Alex. And then you don't see her. It's just the back of her head, and it's like the one like ponytail going around her shoulder, and her hair is orange. You know, it's actually wearing a green shirt. That was cool. That was a nice little Easter egg. I guess if they do make a sequel, then Alex will be in it. I really hope there's no, aside from the Enderman, there's no, what's it called? The end representation. So there's no Ender Dragon. There's no, besides the one Enderman. I mean, that's about it. I think the sequel movie is going to have just Steve and Alex. I don't think any of the previous characters are going to come back. I mean, they definitely could. Like, they could bring Jason Momoa back. They could bring the other guys back. But how I'm envisioning it is just Steve and Alex, and they're going to fight the Ender Dragon. Maybe they introduce some new characters. Maybe that's what I would hope. And after they beat the Ender Dragon, they couldn't really see a third Minecraft movie, so it'll probably just end there. But I like this movie. I'd watch it again. It's funny. There's not really any emotional parts or anything like that. They definitely try, but none of them like land. It's like, you know, it just feels like you're watching like really basic writing, I guess. But I enjoyed it. So Minecraft movie, 7 or 8 out of 10. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, I'd recommend watching it. You're probably already gonna watch it. You probably already watched it if you're watching this video. But if you are watching this, you haven't seen it, I'd recommend go seeing it. It's pretty funny. But that's the end of my review. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, then like the video. If you like me, then subscribe. I've been Majin Sprite, or you can just call me Sprite, but never Majin. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.